Hello, welcome to Rosie's Short Stories. Today I have a trucker's tip for you. You may be thinking when you're coming down off that on-ramp, trying to merge onto the interstate, and you look over at the big truck and think, oh, they are not going to move. And in your mind, you're like, wow, he is being rude. Allow me to share. First, merging traffic is supposed to yield, so changing lanes is an option for the drivers on the interstate, going 70 or plus miles an hour. But honestly, most of us don't mind moving over when we can. And big truck drivers will try to help, really do. But here's the part around that trailer that you can't see, but in the driver's mirrors they see. When a big truck on the highway and you're coming up on the ramp about to enter the interstate, there are often cars riding on the big truck's left side or right by the back of the trailer that you can't see them from your angle. So when you look over at the driver, it looks clear, but it's not. By the time you finally merge in behind the big truck and look on the left side of them, you don't see any of those cars that were there, because by then they had already sped up and passed by this time. Now it looks like the lane was open the whole time. So, in your mind, the driver blocked you on purpose. Then you swing around that truck and give the driver that special salute, the middle finger, what the truckers like to call being named #1 driver of the day. Because here's the truth. The driver doesn't know you and is not thinking about you. It's not targeting you. This isn't personal. If a big truck is slowing down and speeding up, it's not a game. It's 80,000 pounds of steel and freight reacting to gravity. When I climb a hill, I slow down because that weight is heavy. Sometimes we're nearly maxed out at 80,000 pounds. When the driver goes downhill, gravity takes over. And that's when some of y'all decide to jump in front of that truck and tap your brakes to teach them a lesson. But here's something you might not know. Big trucks don't have brakes like you. Big trucks have air brakes, and once the air is out of their bags, the driver has no brakes. I'm sure you may have seen a big truck smoking by their tires. This is when in truck has no air in the bags, and the driver may have to use the emergency up ramp. And when you cut in front of a big truck and hit your brakes going downhill, you're putting yourself in danger. If air pressure drops or braking distance isn't enough, that truck doesn't just stop on a dime. It keeps rolling. Physics doesn't care about feelings. And I promise you, whatever point you're trying to prove isn't worth your life. Let's talk about right turns. Ever see a big truck swing a little left before turning right and think, what is this truck doing? The trucker is making space. That trailer behind the truck doesn't bend like a car. If that driver doesn't swing wide, that back end will climb a curb, take out a stop sign, a light pole, maybe worse. When a driver hugs the outside of a curve, the driver knows what they are doing, and it's not funny. They are professionals protecting everything around the truck, including you. They don't have the luxury of sharp turns or quick stops. They have weight, they have momentum, they have responsibility. And while we're talking about responsibility, every truck driver out here serves this country one load at a time. Yes, they get paid, but so does the military. They get paid to serve, and we honor them. Honestly, anybody can learn to drive a truck, but not everyone can become a truck driver due to the many sacrifices. Drivers must miss birthdays, some miss holidays, and miss school plays. Drivers give up the remote control. That's a big one for many people, LOL. Drivers give up sitting at home with family, not to mention everything those drivers must deal with. Construction, weather, road rage, shippers, receivers, DOT, and so much more. Think about that next time you get upset with a big truck. Drivers make sacrifices of comfort and connection, not to mention they aren't home to take care of bills and household things, which is a lot. So remember, when you're out buying things, your family's comfort, like shelves that stay stocked, hospitals get supplies, gas stations get fuel, and your packages show up on time. Drivers not out here trying to win arguments on the highway. Drivers out there try to get home safely. So next time you're merging and that truck doesn't move over before you assume its attitude, before you get angry, before you speed up and cut in front of a big truck, please just pause for a second and think, maybe there's something I can't see. Maybe it's not personal, the truck driver is the professional out here, or they were trained to be anyway, not speaking for all drivers on the road. Maybe that driver up there is doing everything they can to keep everybody alive. Drive safely out there and respect the big trucks. We're serving this country one load at a time, please. Follow, like, and share.